Hello dear students, welcome back to the maths class. In today's class we will learn exercise 6.5. Exercise 6.5, sorry I have write 6.6. Exercise 6.5 which is on book page number 97. So open your book, open page number 97. In this exercise, let me clear some things to you, okay? In this exercise we will represent fractions on number line. Now, do you know what is number line? Number line is a line where all numbers live. Number line is a line where all numbers lie. It means all of you live at your home, right? All of you live at your particular homes. In the same manner, numbers live at a number line. There is a line on which all the numbers, all kind of numbers lie. Okay? So, we will represent all the fractions on number line. Now read the question number 1. Represent the following fractions on the number line. Represent the following fractions on the number line. As I told you, so according to that, question number 1 is part A is given, that is 4.5. Question number 1, part A. The given fraction is 4.5. You want to represent this number on number line. So, as we are talking about number line, so let us make a straight line by using scale. Okay? And be remember, you will use pencil to make this number line. Okay? You will use pencil to make the number line. Draw a straight line. Draw a straight line like this. A big arrow, okay, arrow at the end of the number line, right? Now observe your given fraction. In your given fraction, numerator is 4 and denominator is 5. Numerator is 4 and denominator is 5. Here numerator is less than denominator. Numerator is less than denominator. So which kind of fraction it is? If numerator is less than denominator, it is numerator is less than denominator. We call it as proper fraction, right? We call it as proper fraction. So our given fraction 4/5 is a proper fraction, right? So to represent proper fraction, you need to remember one thing. To represent proper fraction, you need to remember one thing, which is whenever we represent proper fraction on number line, we always represent it between 0 or 1. We always represent it between two numbers, that is 0 and 1. We represent proper fractions between two numbers 0 and 1. Okay, so my first number is 0 and the last number is 1. Simply, how we represent proper fractions? We represent proper fractions between 0 and 1. Okay. So my first number is 0 and last number is 1. Now make divisions according to a denominator. Make divisions according to your denominator. What is your denominator? Denominator is 5. So make 5 equal divisions. Not like this. One division is here, one here, one here, one here. No, it is a wrong way. You need to make equal divisions of this number line. Make proper equal divisions. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay. Now we will represent it as 1/5, 2/5, 3/5 and 4/5. Okay. What we have done, how we represent proper fraction, again I am revising. First of all, we observe the given fraction. If our given fraction is a proper fraction, means numerator is less than denominator, then we make a number line and we will represent our given fraction fraction between 0 and 1. Okay, so write 0 first and 1 at the last. Now make equal 5 divisions, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Make such equal 5 divisions that the fifth one will be at 1. Okay, why I did 5 divisions? Because denominator is 5. If denominator is 3, you will make 3 equal divisions. If denominator is 10, you will make 10 equal divisions. Okay, remember your divisions must be equal. Now, we got our number 4 upon 5. We got our number by pen. You can locate, you can make a point and you can make a cross over it. So this is your, or you can make a circle over it. Okay, so this is the 4 point location of 4 upon 5 at the number line. This is the location of 4 upon 5 at the number line. Now part B. Part B, the given fraction is 3 upon 14. The given fraction is 3 upon 14. Here numerator, denominator. Let me write. Okay, numerator is 3, denominator is 14. Now numerator is 3, denominator is 14. Numerator is less than denominator. 3 is less than 14. It means numerator is less than denominator. If numerator is less than denominator, it means it is a proper fraction. And how we represent proper fraction? How we represent proper fraction? We always represent proper fraction between 0 and 1. So make a number line, make a straight line first. Make a straight line first, 0, and your last point will be 1. Now how many equal divisions we will do? We will do equal divisions according to denominator. Denominator is 1, 4, 14. So we will make 14 equal divisions of this number line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 and 14. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 and the last one is 14. Now write all the number. 1 upon 14, as we have done 14 divisions, so 1 upon 14. Next will be 2 upon 14. The next fraction will be 3 upon 14. The next will be 4 upon 14. 5 upon 14. 6 upon 14. 7 upon 14. 8 upon 14. Why 14 in denominator? Because we have made 14 divisions. 9 upon 14. 10 upon 14. 11 upon 14. 12 upon 14. And 13 upon 14. Now we want to locate 3 upon 14. So where is 3 upon 14 on the number line? This point represents 3 upon 14. So make a huge point with the help of pen, or you can circle it. Okay. So now we located 3 upon 14 on number line. So this is how we represent proper fraction. Now in question number C, you are given fraction is, in question number C, your given fraction is 11 upon 8. Numerator, denominator. Numerator is 11, denominator is 8. Numerator is 11, denominator is 8. Here numerator is greater, and when the numerator is greater, which condition it is? Numerator greater than denominator. It represents improper fraction. So this 11 upon 8 represents improper fraction. So now there is other method to represent improper fraction. Proper fraction we represent between 0 to 1. So I will go to question number C later. Okay. Because it is improper fraction. Now check the D. Question number D. 5 upon 10. Numerator is 5. Denominator is 10. Numerator is less than denominator. Numerator is less than denominator means it is a proper fraction. And how we represent proper fraction? We represent between 0 to 1. Okay. So make a straight number line. denominator is 10 here. So how many equal divisions we will do? 10 equal divisions. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Okay. 10 equal divisions we have done. The last one will be 1. Okay. Now write 1 upon 10. As after 0 1 comes, after 1 2 comes, 2 upon 10, 3 upon 10. Why we are writing 10 in denominator? Because we have divided into 10 equal parts. 4 upon 10, 5 upon 10, 6 upon 10, 7 upon 10, 8 upon 10 and the next division is 9 upon 10. Now you want to look at 5 upon 10. Where is 5 upon 10 on the number line? 5 upon 10 is, this point is the representing 5 upon 10. So we mark it. Okay, so this is how we represent proper fraction. One more time I am recalling, we represent proper fraction between 0 to 1. Okay. Now we will do question number C, which is 11 upon 8. Numerator is greater than denominator. It means numerator is greater than denominator. It means it is the condition of improper fraction. So 11 upon 8 is the improper fraction. Now how to represent it? So to represent improper fraction, we convert this improper fraction into mixed fraction. We convert improper into mixed fraction. And how we convert improper to mixed? Do you remember? We divide. Upon 8. Let us do it in the rough work I am doing here. Divide 11 by 8. 8 ones are 8. 11 minus 8, 3 is left. So 11 upon 8 will be equals to if I convert 11 upon 8 into mixed fraction, my result is 1 is to, my result is 1 is to 3 upon 8. Okay. Why I am converting it into mixed fraction? Because I want to represent improper fraction on number line. And to represent improper fraction on number line, we need to convert the improper into mixed fraction. Now our result is 1 is to 3 upon 8. 1 is to 3 upon 8. It is the first step. Now what is the second step? Draw the number line. The second step is draw the number line. The first point will be 0. Okay. Now here 1. Here the number 1 is a whole number, 3 is numerator, 8 is denominator. Number 1 is what? Whole number. So represent it on number line after 0. Represent 1. Okay. Now the fractional part is 3 upon 8. The fractional part is 3 upon 8. So what we will do? Represented the whole part. Now we want to represent this 3 upon 8, which is a proper fraction. upon 8, 4 upon 8, 5 upon 8, 6 upon 8, 7 upon 8. Now which point is representing 3 upon 8? Tell me. This point is representing 3 upon 8. So wait, there is one correction. Here my whole number is 1, right? And after 1 what number comes? 2 comes. So whole number is 1 and after 1 2 comes. So between 1 and 2 I will represent this fraction. I will represent this proper fraction between 1 and 2. Okay? So we will make 8 equal parts of this portion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Okay? Now it represents 1 upon 8, 2 upon 8, 3 upon 8. 1 is whole here and 3 upon 8. So what will be your point? This point. This point is actually representing 11 upon 8. This point is actually representing 11 upon 8. So this is how we represent improper fraction. I know it is quite difficult, but if you remember some points about this, definitely you can represent fractions on number line. Proper fractions, to represent proper fraction it is very easy. We represent between 0 and 1. But to represent improper fraction we need to follow some extra, we need to do some extra work. The first step is convert improper into mixed fraction and then represent your number line. Okay, so let us do now E. In question number E, 7 upon 6. Our given fraction is 7 upon 6. Here numerator is 7 and denominator is 6. Numerator is greater than denominator. When numerator is greater than denominator, it means it is an improper fraction. And how we represent improper fraction? We need to do some extra efforts. First of all, convert this improper into mixed fraction. So in rough work we can divide 7 by 6. 6 ones are 6. 1 is remainder. So 7 upon 6 will be equals to 1 is to 1 upon 6. 1 is to 1 upon 6. Okay, we have done one task. We have converted into mixed fraction. Now draw the number line. Okay, see. Now represent the whole number. Whole number here is 1. So represent 1 also. Now the next whole number will be 2. Okay. Now we have represented 1 on number line. You want to represent this portion, that is 1 upon 6 on number line. So what you will do, after 1, equally divide this portion into 6 equal parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. 6 equal parts. The first part will be 1 upon 6, 2 upon 6, 3 upon 6, 4 upon 6, 5 upon 6. Okay. Now where is 1 upon 6? Between these, this part is showing 1 upon 6, right? This portion is showing 1 upon 6. So actually this portion is showing 1 is to 1 upon 6. Actually this is showing 1 is to 1 upon 6. So this is how we represent improper fraction. Question number 1 is covered here. Now question number 2. Right now you can do question number 2 in book. So be ready with your pencil. You just need to write the fraction fraction for it. You just need to write the fraction for it. Okay. Question number 2. With the help of pencil, write the answer here. Later you can copy down from the book. Okay. Write the fraction. Now they have given us the number line and you need to write just a fraction. A number line is drawn like this. 0, the starting point is 0, the last point is 1. Now count how many equal parts? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. 9 equal parts are there. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9 equal parts are there. Now at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fifth point. A point is there. Means you want to represent this number. So here after 0, it is how many total equal parts? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. We always write total number of equal parts into denominator place. Okay, so we will write 9 in denominator. This is the first place, so write 1. 1 upon 9. Then it will represent 2 upon 9. The next one 3 upon 9. The next one 4 upon 9. This point represent 5 upon 9. Then 6 upon 9. 7 upon 9. 8 upon 9. So this point is representing what? Which number it is representing? Which fraction? It is representing 5 upon 9. So write 5 upon 9 as your answer. Write 5 upon 9. Your answer will be 5 upon 9. Now B. In question number 1, a number line is given. Now count how many equal parts? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 and 13. 13 equal parts are there. So equally divide this number line into 13 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 and 13. 13 equal parts. Now at this point, a point is drawn and you want to find the value of this point. Total 13 equal parts, so we write total number of equal parts in denominator place. It is the first place after 0, so 1 upon 13, 2 upon 13. The next number will be 3 upon 13. The next will be 4 upon 13, 5 upon 13, then 6 upon 13, 7 upon 13, 8 upon 13, 9 upon 13, 10 upon 13, 11 upon 13, 12 upon 13. Okay. Now we want to know the value of this point. So the value of this point is 2 upon 13. So what will be your answer? Your answer will be 2 upon 13. Now question number C. Want to write the fraction for it. So first of all, see your number line. Your numbers are not represented, your point is not represented between 0 and 1. If your point is represented between 0 and 1, it means it is a proper fraction. But here the point is after the 1, it means it will represent a improper fraction. It will represent an improper fraction. So what will be your answer? How we represent improper fraction? We write this number 1 as in the whole part and in numerator part. After whole part, how many parts? 1 and 2. numerator we will write 2. How many equal parts we have done here? Tell me how many equal parts we have done here. We have done 1, 2 and 3 equal parts. It represents 1 upon 3, 2 upon 3 and 3 upon 3. We have done total 1, 2, 3 equal parts, right? So this point is representing 2 upon 3. So 1 is to 2 upon 3 is your answer. Now last question, that is D, which is also representing improper fraction. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Here the decimal point is after 4. It means your number will represent 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 whole. So in whole part we will write 4. Why? Because the point is after 4. Okay. Now this part will be total how many parts? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Total 5 equal parts are there. This part will represent 1 upon 4. This 2 upon 4. This will represent 3 upon 4. It will represent 4 upon 4. Okay. Total whole parts are there and the point is representing 3 upon 4. So write 3 upon 4. So 4 is 2. 3 upon 4 is your final answer. You can do one more thing. You can convert these mixed fractions into improper fractions. You can convert these mixed fractions into improper fractions. So how we convert? 3 ones are 3, 3 plus 2 is 5, 5 upon 3. Okay. So the final answer will be 5 upon 3. Now convert this. So 4 fours are 16. 16 plus 3 is 5 will come. Why 5? Because we have done 5 equal parts. By mistake I have written 4. Here we have done 5 equal parts. Okay. So now convert this mixed fraction into improper. 5 fours are 20. 20 plus 3 is 23 upon 5. So this is how we represent proper and improper fractions on number line. This chapter is completed here. Now from the next lecture we will cover our revision part. Okay. Complete your classwork copies as soon as possible and submit it in school for correction. Okay students, we will meet in the next lecture. Till then complete your all the remaining work.